Oh, even better view from here. It's literally light raining and the sun's shining. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if I saw a rainbow? I'm going back into the woods. This way. All right, now we're on to the Frankenstein Cliffs. Woohoo! So this trail, you can sort of see it there. It's sort of like snaking around. I'm just doing all these little curves and twists, little meandering trails through the woods here. Through lots of mud. Yeah, at one point I stepped in the mud like up to my ankles, so didn't get stuck though, which is good. But yeah, look at, oh my gosh, sun's out, blue skies, see the mountains in the distance there. We're making our way up to the cliffs. I believe the first one is Falcon Cliff, or Falcon Outlook or something about Falcon, so that's where we're heading next. I'm on like a little bit of a ridge line here because I can see mountains through there. Oh, can't on camera. A little bit. Almost looks like Washington over there. But then on this side, there's a trail. I got these mountains. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Apparently there's like a sort of a outlook or something up here, but I don't see where. I'm not to Falcon Cliff yet, so I'm not sure. Well, I went about 100 yards and popped out on the other side of the ridge. So yeah, there's what I was talking about. I'm pretty sure that is Washington. Right there. See all this stuff at the top there. But yeah, great view from the other side of the ridge. Great little rock. I'm going to have a seat and have myself some food and a snack. And there's the other side. So yeah, great views. Sun's out. Beautiful. Feeling good. It's just been a great steady decline through the trees here. And it's dry. The footing's pretty good, so it's been nice. Enjoying this bit of it. And ooh, look at some views over there. A little bit of views from there. I should be coming up onto the spur path for Falcon Cliff soon. It's probably down there. Alright. Alright, there's the trail for Falcon Cliff. Let's go. It said 0.5 miles, and I was like, oh, I thought there was only like 0.25. But I realized they'd probably give you the round trip on the sign, so there and back is 0.5 miles. So that makes sense. Alright. Well, I just came up a steep section. That's not it. It was right before this bit, but it's quite steep. But it looks like it's leveling off here, heading that way. So we should be nearing, whoo, that was a deep puddle. Should be nearing the cliffs at this point. Well, here we are, Falcon Cliff. You can see 93 running through there. The mountains. I'm looking right down here. It's literally a sheer drop off. It's making me a little nervous. Let me see if I can get around this tree here for a different view. Oh, not really, that tree's in the way. But yeah, no, look at that. Huh. Gorgeous. Alright. Let's head back up. Or not up, down. Head back down to the main trail. Oh, that bit where I was walking up there, where I was sort of walking on the side there where it was trees below me, the guidebook described that as a wooded bluff. So I guess that's what it's called, a bluff. So next time I'm walking along a woody bluff, that is what I'll call it. All right, just finished Falcon Cliff Spur, and now I'm heading down to the Frankenstein Cliffs, which are actually in about half a mile. Oh boy, look at all these down trees. Including the one with the blaze on it, lying across the trail. Excellent. Look, a woody bluff, or wooded bluff. Oh my gosh, now that you know that word, I'm going to be using it all the time. I have been walking along, like down there is the falls. The wind just kicked up so you can't hear it, but you can definitely hear it in the distance. Sort of ever-present shh sound of the water falling. Further up there were some very clear views. Like I didn't have all these trees, so I had some great views, similar to Falcon Cliff. Just like that, we're on the cliff. Ooh. You can see the railroad right there. 93. Oh no, that's not 80. It's 302, not 93. I got that confused earlier. I forgot where I was. Like I'm on Cannon. No. Not 93. Wrong part of the state though. I mean, look at that. There's like no cars on it. Of course it's not 93. Oh, and there's the Willie house right there. See it? Red, brown. Woo! All the mountains. Oh, fantastic. All right, so I just finished a steep, rocky section with sort of loose footing, muddy, slippery. And I did fall at one point because, of course, there was a tree down in the trail, and I was trying to navigate under it at the same time I'm on this rocky, muddy bit, and my foot slipped and down I went, which, I mean, on the upside, I slid right underneath the tree. But downside is now my bump's covered in mud, so would have preferred to have gotten through it another way. But this next bit, oops, a little steep and slippery here because of the leaves, but so I'm gonna try to walk and talk at the same time. But now we're just heading down, and then in a half mile we'll come to the railroad. This has to be quick because my battery's dying, but look at all these cool boulders everywhere. Reminds me of like Pawtuckaway, where they have all the boulders that are just randomly throughout that they do the rock climbing on. So cool. Well, that's a first. Whoa, look at this. We're at the base of the cliffs. Ooh. Now, somewhere around here, there's a fake trail that goes off that we are not to follow. So, I mean, that looks like the trail there, but let me double check. One of the things that makes this trail so difficult is it's steep, but also look at it, it's like this gravelly, sandy soil that is super slippery. Like you step and you just slide away. I remember that from when we were kids, slip sliding our way up the mountain. Oh, there's the railroad. Awesome, almost there. Well, we're walking under the train tracks. They have this sort of like structure here that has like a metal corrugated roof, and I wonder, because I was thinking, you don't want to be under here when the train goes by. Stuff will fall on your head. So I wonder if that's so you can like walk under it. So that's actually where the trail goes. That's probably what the technical trail is, underneath that, so that way you're not directly underneath the railroad tracks. But there's no train right now, so we can not do it. Yeah, look good. Yeah, I think that's to protect you. Well, the whole last part of this trail has pretty much looked like this. Rocky footing, but sort of a gradual descent and lots of leaves. And I'm getting gradually closer to the road. So, you know, we're almost there when we meet the road. We're back. I just had to get out of my car. All right, so I'm back in the car, and overall it was a great trails. Coming down Frankenstein Cliffs is definitely harder than going up them. In fact, I believe most people who do that loop do it counterclockwise, whereas I did it clockwise. I always do that. I always do the harder option. I don't know. Not intentionally. It just happens that way. I don't research enough, I think. But anyways, I made it just fine. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, you know, now I could just... There was a little spur trail from a campground to this last bit that I just did. And I was looking for it, but I missed it. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, I can just drive up the road and pick it up and do it. And then I can also go further up to Ripley Falls and get that last half mile of Ripley Falls. But I sat down and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Took off my wet shoes and socks, let my feet dry out. So, and yeah, look at I tore my raincoat too, which stinks, from my little muddy fall. But yeah, I think I'm just ready to head home. I forgot my Gatorade. I usually throw Gatorade in the car for my post-hike refreshment, but I forgot it. So I might actually stop on my way home and pick up one. And when I get to Rumney, there's a big market basket in Rumney, just off the highway. So yeah. But overall, great hike, and a lot of families with small children, especially at Ripley Falls, because I believe that's only a half mile round trip trail, and then Arethusa Falls is, I think, 2 miles round trip. So yeah, and great hikes for families.